you're watching Mike Saha live on YouTube. I'm live, and in this live stream, I will be breaking my fast with this OMAD meal, which remains a mystery unto the viewers at this point, until I turn on the laptop screen and film it. So, those that have kept an eye on my channel for a long time know that I do OMAD fasting. What does OMAD fasting mean? OMAD fasting, OMAD is an acronym that stands for one meal a day, which means that I eat only one time per day, which also means that I fast 20 plus hours. Since there's 24 hours in a day, if you fast 20 hours, you're not going to be eating for 4 hours straight, I hope. So I do OMAD fasting. I eat only one time per day. I've been doing that how long? 5 plus years, more than 5 years. And I really like it. I made a video, and it's truly remarkable the physique that I'm in and my athletic performance, considering I've been doing OMAD fasting, OMAD keto, eating a one meal per day diet, eating one time per day, and eating keto, like 9 out of 10 days. Okay, which takes me to my next point. Typically, if you want to get into the keto diet, and what are the benefits of keto? If you eat a low carb diet, your body switches from relying on carbohydrates for fuel to ketones, fat, basically. And there's some benefits to that. To ensure that a person gets into ketosis, the state known as ketosis, and stays in ketosis, it is recommended to stay below 50 grams of carbohydrates per day. 50-gram daily carb limit. For keto, 50 grams of carbs a day at most. Okay. Now, I do believe that if you do OMAD fasting, as I do, that raises the daily carb limit. How many carbs, how many grams of carbohydrates you can consume while still being in ketosis every day. I believe that goes up, quite possibly dramatically so, if you eat only one time per day. So if you fast 18 plus hours per day, 20 plus hours, and you have a high carb meal, I believe you get into ketosis despite eating 75 grams of carbohydrates. Now, most days, my keto meals are sub 20 grams of carbohydrates. My OMAD meals, they're less than 20 grams of carbohydrates. And on a rare occasion, it might be 75 grams of carbohydrates. So basically, I do believe that if you combine OMAD fasting with keto, that raises the daily gram limit of carbohydrates you can consume and still get into ketosis the next day. So I've been doing OMAD keto fasting for 5 plus years now, eating it consistently. 5 plus years eating one time per day. And I've been having a cheat meal, not even every 2 weeks, okay? Not even once a week, okay, is what I was intending to say. Maybe once every 2 weeks. If I would look at the last 5 years, how often have I had cheat meals? Maybe it would average out the median to once every 2 weeks or so. So not even, I haven't had a cheat day per week. It's been like 2 weeks, no cheat meals, and then a cheat meal. So I would guesstimate, I know for sure it hasn't been a cheat meal per week, okay? Never like consistently a cheat meal per week. So not only do OMAD keto fasting, I eat a low sugar diet, which means I get sub 10 grams of sugar, sub 10 gram amounts of sugar per day. And it truly is remarkable, the physique that I'm in. You can go look at my YouTube short. It's incredible, the physique that I'm in and my athletic performance. Considering I'm a natural one, considering I'm eating low carb keto, and considering I'm eating only one time per day. And if you look at my training streams, the cardio sessions, bodybuilding, 9 out of 10 of my training videos, training streams, are in a fasted state, meaning before, towards the end of the day when I have my OMAD meal. And I have great athletic performance, I'd say. So, the reason that I brought this up today is I was looking at a Greg Doucette video, and he's talking about athletes using carbohydrates. And he was talking about iShowSpeed and Jake Paul. And one of the things that he brought up was like a lot of athletes, like the top level, they eat carbs. They're not on the keto diet. So people are competitively athletic. If that's bodybuilding or marathon runners or whatever, there's few people that are like on the keto diet. Okay. And he says that because the carbohydrates give you boost, Greg says. Now, apparently, I'm able to perform at a high level athletically and stay in shape, maintain muscle mass and a lean physique, while eating a very low carb diet, eating one time per day while being natural. And it's not all genetics. So if people that know enough to be able to tell that this guy has to be onto something, people that know enough, not like casuals in the fitness world, but people that know enough to be like, wow, this is something else. He is extraordinary in his physique and his performance, considering the factors being natty, doing OMAD keto fasting, and not really exercising that much, not killing myself in the gym, okay, or anywhere else, okay. So, it possibly was a mistake. I should have said I'm aliving myself in the gym by how hard I'm training, okay. So anyway, here's the point. It's like little YouTube things. So okay, don't cast the first 5 minutes or something like this. But here's the point. I've been thinking about it might be better if I could quit casting. Maybe that's the next thing. If I say, you know what, the next thing I might do is quit casting, that I have some credibility, I might actually pull it off. Because I've started playing around with the idea of quitting a lot of things and then I quit them. Like prawn watching, 6+ months not watching prawn once. Then I don't go to aquariums and just stare at prawn and like tickle myself to feel funny at the same time. Haven't watched prawn for 6+ months. I don't even diddle myself, play with myself once a week without looking at prawn. Maybe it's once or twice per month I'm masterly debating people on the internet. You get what I'm saying? The master debater. I'm only a master debater once or twice per month. Okay, without looking at pro. So that's non-sinful. See, I have a wife. So if I think about my wife, that doesn't count as porn watching because it's my wife who married. So if I imagine like I'm kissing and hugging my wife, and I don't try to get weird here, but you know what I'm talking about. So it's like specifics. I don't watch porn. Have not for 6+ months. I don't even master debate once a week. It's one or twice per month without looking at porn. Okay, it's enough for me to think about my wife or uh, look at a picture of her face or something like this. And I'm not. I don't need anything really super spicy. It's just like a beautiful woman's face. She's my wife, and the rest is CGI. Understand? Like I'm being a little bit facetious, but it's like, do you understand? So um, here's the point. Considering all facts considered, it's really remarkable. Truly remarkable. The shape I'm in, my athletic performance, being an OMAD faster, or the keto diet. And like I said, some of my meals, if you go look, might be, well, he's eating potato chips. Yeah, some days I've had maybe 125 grams of carbs in a OMAD meal. Okay. Now I do believe that I'm still going to get into ketosis next day because it's kind of rare that I have a high carb OMAD meal. And I'm spending 80 plus hours of fasting after eating, which means carbohydrates being a short-term fuel source. It's going to burn up, and my body's already like trained to rely on ketones, fat for fuel. So I do believe OMAD fasting combined with keto raises the daily carb limit. Now, if you want to be 100% sure that you get into keto, you're a person who get on a keto diet and want to be 100% sure you get into keto, yeah, go low, like stay below 50 grams of carbs. Okay. It's like keto for me is not a competition where it's like I'm cheating if I have more than 50 grams of carbohydrates. I do believe I spend a lot of time in keto despite having an intermittent high carb meal. Also, considering the physique that I'm in my athletic performance, considering being a natural, meaning not doing HRT or TRT, considering what I'm eating. Bodybuilders like Greg Doucette and his followers, they'd be laughing at me if they heard like how the grams of proteins I do. They go too little. I get maybe 80 grams of protein per day. It's a lot of times it's less than 100 grams of protein in a day, eating only once. So consider my athletic performance, my physique, being a faster, not eating a lot of protein and eating low carb. It really is remarkable. And I'm not doing anybody any favors by playing small because I have the secrets to success in health fitness. It doesn't do anybody any favors. If I play small, oh, I'm going to. No, if I go, I'm better than most health fitness influencers as teaching health fitness. That's the truth. And people are needing to learn about health fitness for their own sake. They're being served by me letting them know the truth. That I'm better than Mike Israel at teaching health fitness truth. I am more competent. I know more. What I teach is better advice than Mike Israel or Greg Doucette. Now, when I say more valuable, that's not the same thing as saying they have no value at all. Okay. Greg Doucette has some value. What I'm saying, he's not as valuable as Mike SAHA. Okay. He hasn't been teaching the protocol, why teaching for years about why men have low T now and how to naturally protect the testosterone from declining and to raise it, quite possibly, if you get on the advice, the protocols that I have, naturally. So, all that being said, I'm intending to pull up on Greg Doucette's YouTube channel today. And I was watching his recent upload, 30 minutes refresh poll. 30 minutes. I was in the kitchen. I had been doing chores, cleaning, cooking, and stuff. And it's like I'm sitting in the kitchen in front of the oven, and in the hot seat in front of the oven. And I got put my phone up. I got notification for the set upload or something. I clicked it. And 30 minutes into it, I clicked it. Okay. So I'll be omitting my Doucette meal today. So here we go. This is today's OMAD meal. No frills. I gotta check. It's like I got so carried away. I need to make sure I uploaded the short. Sometimes no, I didn't upload it yet. So I have it ready to post here. I did a 50-second short before starting this live stream, like today's OMAD meal. So let's post it. In older days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. And just look at those blues you got from those news you got, if any brains you got from those little radios. Cole Porter was rapping about brain rot in the 1900s from the radios. Imagine what he would say about Greg Doucette's YouTube channel if Cole Porter was like, he was ranting about the brain rot in his lyrics, understand? Where it's like the brain rot. He didn't use those words, but it's talking about the same thing. If any brains you got from those little radios. So I guess he was in the 1900s and right around where radios have become more commonplace, more like people getting radios in their homes. And it's like in World War One, there were a lot of pigeons for communication in war. So tank crews crossing no man's land, if they get stuck and need reinforcement, they have like pigeons, passenger pigeons, carrier pigeons, and then send them back like a little scroll and be like, "We're in trouble. Come help us." These coordinates, stuff like this. Then they put it in a little tube on a freaking bird, let it out the window, and the bird flies back. And it's like, oh, it's a bird. Okay. So in the early 1900s, early 1900s, they would still have pigeons and like Morse code. As they said this. I mean, in World War II, they had still using Morse code. They had radios, but okay. So Cole Porter was talking about brain rot, meaning brain rot. A lot of people, when they read comments on like brain rot, is like videos that are like people have short attention span, and people get conditioned to only pay attention to something if it's super high in editing, sound effects, and jump cuts. And Jordan Peterson have talked about this, and Joe Rogan about long form content, where a lot of people don't have the ability to like pay attention to long form content. At least it's just two dudes in a room talking for 2 hours. Because, do you understand? So brain rot could be like people have a problem of I call it artificial ADHD, where it's like I have ADHD and autism, but artificial means like your training and your lifestyle makes you be similar to the ADHD person in terms of your inability to focus on something for a long amount of time, and it needs to be like stimulating for you to pay attention to it. Say. So a lot of people have artificial ADHD, and it's not like the unforgivable sin if you got editing that's designed to be like stimulating to people. But there's something to say about people having a problem watching streams like this. Just a dude on camera talking. and there's no like graphics or flashing lights or jump cuts. Sometimes it could be 3 seconds or me just quietly sitting and thinking about what I'm gonna do next. Okay. And a lot of people they like the audience retention, view retention. If it hits a moment where it's like they get bored and they run away. Say it needs to be constantly, don't, constantly something. The mainstream media is like this too. They have like spinning graphics and like like jump cuts, flash cuts, what they're called. But it's like quickly jump to the next thing and keep switching things. And like a ticker, there's like neon and like some spinning graphic. And it's constant. It has to be like visually stimulating and like sound effects. Where it's like, boom, they switch to the next uh, angle or something like this. So anyway, that's the point. Cole Porter was singing about the brain rot in the 1900s, early 1900s. And imagine he say about today. So he's like, yeah, the radios. And I guess possibly that people aren't reading anymore. They're just listening to somebody talking while doing stuff. And it's not the same mental stimulation if you're just hearing somebody speak. So the radio is like, that's the brain rot. Say, if any brains you got from those little radios, okay. See, so Cole Porter was thinking about the brain rot in the early 1900s. And imagine like the radios, it's like now, like YouTube, where it's like, it's like cartoons, it needs to be, everything is fast paced and sound effects, it's like brain rot editing. Now, Cole Porter had the same attitude towards radios, okay, judged by SAHA. So, today's OMAD meal. Today's OMAD meal. And I guess I could go long range on this to be able to capture both my face and the meal. If I have it on the desk, I can normally have it so I can use buttons on the keyboard. It becomes like either it's a laptop and it's just a folding screen with a webcam on it. So it becomes either show my face as I'm eating and talking or turn it down more to show the food. At this range, I can get both at the same time, I reckon. So today's OMAD meal. It's three-part, tripartite. Super shake, grand pulse with also supplements. Super shake, pulse with also supplements, and the main course. So if I want to change the thumbnail, I guess I could use this for the thumbnail. Yeah, that works. So, yeah, we'll see what we do. So here's the point. Make a T here so it's easier for me to find as I'm browsing to look for that thumbnail. There's a T, the thumbnail. Okay. And the longer I freeze the post, the more likely it is easier for me to find the part as I'm watching on stream and looking for a moment to use as a thumbnail. And that's 90% of my thumbnails, either YouTube defaults or playing back my own video and then looking for a moment of the video, pause, screenshot, and then use that as a thumbnail. So today's OMAD meal, rice, and maybe this is 50 grams of carbohydrates from the rice, like half a plate of rice, okay, standard size plate of rice. Maybe that's 25 to 50 grams of carbohydrates, okay. Maybe it's 20, I would guesstimate at least 20 grams of carbs, 20 to 50 grams of carbohydrates. And what's in here? This is an oven cooked meal. So what did I do? Take it by the process, okay? I had a glass full, okay? I put in about a tablespoon of coconut oil, okay? A little bit short of a tablespoon, like a flat one. So it's about a tablespoon of coconut oil. Put that in there. Poured in about a deciliter of olive oil, okay? Half a deciliter to a deciliter of olive oil. 2. 3, spices. I added, now at this point it's just fat. I'm going from memory cooking. So glass form, coconut oil, olive oil. Now spicing the fat, okay? So I got one of these Tabasco that looks like a wine bottle and super small. Super strong scorpion chili. Gotta be careful, they burn a hole in your stomach if you use too much. So sometimes I have used too much, the next day it's like, if you, yeah. So maybe 3 drops of the Tabasco scorpion super hot sauce in there. And it's diluted with all the other stuff I'm adding to it. Buffer, Tabasco sauce. So coconut oil, olive oil, add it to the pan, the form, oven form. Tabasco sauce, about 3 drops of the super hot scorpion, super hot Tabasco sauce. Chili cayenne pepper, about a quarter of a teaspoon, a third, a quarter of a teaspoon of chili and or cayenne pepper. I forget, but it's either chili or cayenne, kind of normal strength, low strength. Sub 30,000 SA juice, Scoville heat units. Capsaicin content is measured in Scoville heat units, SA juice. The higher the Q number, the stronger the chili or cayenne. What else? Turmeric, usual suspect, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant trio. As rule of thumb, if something is anti-inflammatory and antioxidant and natural, it's good for your health. So I've never tell people take an ibuprofen because it's anti-inflammatory means it's good. No, 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 no. We're talking about natural stuff like herbs and spices, things that you eat that are anti-inflammatory. Okay. So turmeric, ginger, and black pepper. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is an anti-inflammatory. Ginger contains gingerols, which is an anti-inflammatory. Black pepper contains piperine, which enhances the absorption of the turmeric, the curcumin in the turmeric, and the gingerols in ginger. So basically, turmeric and ginger lower inflammation. If something lowers inflammation, as a rule of thumb, if something lowers inflammation is anti-inflammatory, that also means it's an antioxidant, which is good for health. So if something is anti-inflammatory and natural, as a rule of thumb, 99% of the time it's going to be good for your health. Okay. At least 99. So turmeric and ginger, low inflammation. Black pepper makes you absorb more of the anti-inflammatory stuff in the turmeric and ginger. So there's going to be curcumin in the turmeric, anti-inflammatory. Gingerols in the ginger, anti-inflammatory. And if you consume turmeric and ginger with black pepper, it enhances the absorption by the curcumin. So basically, turmeric and ginger lowers inflammation. If something lowers inflammation, it's natural, it's good for your health. And black pepper makes you get more anti-inflammatory effect from a given amount of turmeric and ginger. See, this is why you see piperine, black pepper extract, parentheses piperine, in a lot of supplements, herbal supplements, because piperine kind of generally enhance the absorption of a lot of herbal stuff. For example, by ashwagandha, a lot of times ashwagandha supplements will have piperine, black pepper extract added to it. So, carry on the list here, run that back from the list. Sometimes I go here, then go back and do like a short list. So, this meal, start with oven form. Half the plate is rice. We cover that. Okay, no frills there, just boiled rice. Second part, okay, how I cook this, what this thing is. Oven form, put in just short of a tablespoon of coconut oil, about half a deciliter to a deciliter of olive oil. Spice the fat, about 3 drops of uh, what's it called? About 3 drops of Tabasco sauce, Scorpion, super strong, in there. Turmeric, ginger, black pepper, coconut milk. Add that. Stir. So I'm stirring the spices into the fat. Okay. Now I go and get 2 macro filet in tomato sauce can. 2 macro filets. So this is less than 3 grams of sugar in this whole meal for sure. So I'm not lying when I say I've been eating a low sugar diet, getting less than 10 grams of carbohydrates. So, I mean, if I buy ketchup and have ketchup, maybe I'll get 7 grams of sugar from the ketchup if I bought ketchup that has sugar in it. Okay. Some ketchups you buy it, just buy it. You might not even think this is sugary stuff, but some ketchups have like 20 grams of sugar per 100 grams of product. So if you use like a handful that maybe you get 3, 4, 7 grams of sugar from that alone. So anyway, there's no ingredients that have sugar in it. The macroflame tomato sauce, it's tomato sauce, macro fish without added sugar. The beans, some beans I bought, they have sugar. Now still in OMAD meal, it might give me, if I use the whole can, like 3 grams of sugar at the most. There's a point. Um, Beans, this is beans in tomato sauce. Uh, I think I added like a full can actually of tomato sauce, beans in tomato sauce, white beans I think they are in tomato sauce. So 2 cans of mackerel in tomato sauce, mackerel and tomato sauce about this big, the cans, and 1 can of white beans in tomato sauce. Stir more. What else? That's anything else I added? To my memory, that's it. Okay. And so this is one part of the OMAD meal. All I eat in a day, OMAD meal. And there's going to be less than 3 grams of sugar this whole meal, which means it's less than 3 grams of sugar in 24 hours. Most days it's 0 grams of sugar. At worst, it'll be a few grams of sugar. Um, so one part of my OMAD meal, all I eat in a day. Super shake, protein shake. I made this, I meal prep for this on my YouTube channel, live. And it's chlorella and spirulina powder, which helps to detox your body. Vegan protein powder, and I'm out of protein powder now, so don't be surprised if the next OMAD meal doesn't have protein powder. There's probiotics and digestive enzymes added to it, and coconut milk. Here's a gram post with also supplements. What's in there? NAC, N-acetylcysteine, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Magnesium, digestive enzyme tablet, probiotic capsules, L-theanine, omega-3 fish oil, a B-complex tablet, L-theanine. Yeah, I might have forgotten some of them. Anyway, I'm gonna pull up on Greg Doucette's YouTube channel, and I'm gonna start eating here, and I play Greg's video. Now for this video, it might be better if I put a disclaimer in the top right corner. Top. You can see the food. Okay. Here we go. Actually, let's first go to YouTube and change the stream settings so that the subscribers on. Order check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I have ordered. Okay, good. It is 23:22. I'm getting ready to break my fast with today's OMAD meal. Subscribers. 1 minute. Slow mo. 3. Say do. Okay. So I'm an OMAD natty. I wouldn't really call myself, well, I am a bodybuilder because I do things to build my body. Okay. And I'm working to build the body of Christ up with that truth as well. So I'm a Christian OMAD bodybuilder. I'm a Christian bodybuilder. OMAD natty. I've been doing OMAD fast for 5+ years. I'm natural, meaning I don't do HRT, TRT. I've been doing OMAD fasting, rare cheat meals. And this month I decided to take it to the next level, where a lot of times like it's a progress, it was like I get to dramatically reduce my sugar intake, stay below 20 grams of sugar per day. And as I give myself a cheat meal, high sugar day every 2 weeks or so. Now this month I decided this month no cheat meals. So same everyday foundation, low sugar like this, less than 3 grams of sugar in the whole day. Day by day, low sugar, less than 10 grams of sugar. And only this month, I said, you know what, when I was ordering food, typically if I order stuff from Top Formula, I'd buy stuff from my cheat meals there. Candy, cookies, candy, chocolate, whatever. Now this month I bought just beans and coconut milk and stuff. So I decided I was sort of playing with the idea. You know, I might not do any cheat meals. Maybe I don't do any cheat meals. Like 30 days this month, no cheat meals. Didn't add anything sugar to my cart. And obviously I could go buy stuff in the corner store, but I didn't do that yet. So I decided this month no cheat meals. No, and what I mean cheat meals is sugar stuff. If I would eat potato chips, I don't count as a cheat meal. It's high carb, yes, but it's not a cheat meal. Sugar is the enemy. So it's sugar that I consider that cheat. If I eat more than 5 grams of sugar in a day, or more than 10, actually more than 20, that's a cheat day. A day where I have more than 20 grams of sugar, that's a cheat day. So anyway, we're gonna go to Greg Doucette's YouTube channel here. And watch his video. Ashton Hall continues the lie. I was thinking earlier today about getting back into playing anomaly more. So there's some games I've been playing. If I do game streams, play video games, it's been anomaly mode, a lot of anomaly mode. It's been MOWAS2, MOWAS Hotspot 2, and also Metal Gear Solid 5. So I was thinking about re-downloading anomaly mode, reinstalling it, and start a new one. Okay, with Iron Man mode enabled, which makes it more interesting too because it's a challenge. How long can I survive? So Iron Man mode means, and you can set it to how many. Okay, Iron Man mode means typically in a video game you play, you save, you die, you reload, you save. Okay, so you can keep going forever. Iron Man mode, phenomenal mode, which is a first-person shooter survival game. You can, as starting a new run, okay, like starting a new life, you can click Iron Man mode, and you can go from 5 to 1, which means the most brutal is like you die once, boom, it's over. Okay, you can't reload any saves after that. I like to put it to 3 or 5. Okay, lives, 3 lives. Okay, it's kind of so Iron Man mode means if I pick 3 lives on Iron Man mode, I can save as much as I want and reload as long as I'm not dying. Okay, but if I die once, now it's 2 lives left. Die again. Eventually, when you die, and let's say I was 1 life I picked, you only have 1 life. Iron Man, 1 life only. If I die, no matter if I save, as long as I don't die, I can save and reload. But if I die, the game deletes my same game folder, like Doucette, which means like you're dead and you can't go and reload again. It makes it more brutal, makes it more challenging, and also makes it more interesting for the viewers to be like, how long can I survive? Now, most likely, since I don't suck hard enough, it's going to be cut up into several streams, and I'm unlikely to die in the first stream, and I'm not going to play for 60 hours straight, okay? So it's going to be like Iron Man mode part 1, part 2, and the more parts, the better, okay? Which means that I survived. Now, I still have to do some clear on my hard drive essentially this to make some space or uninstall some other game that I have installed to free up space for it. A normal mode is about 30 gigs, I think. 11, 30. It's not huge, but it takes some size. So, we're gonna OMAD, my Doucette here. I'm gonna be Greg in my OMAD meal. Okay, I gotta watch Greg Doucette here. Pull up on his channel and see who the biggest guy is on YouTube. Okay, yeah, it's Greg. He's the biggest guy on YouTube. He's got 3.73 million followers, and he's also big. Now he's roided to the gills. Like when he sweats, it's like pure testosterone. If you shake hands with him on a sweaty day, it's like you might like not able to sleep for 20 hours just from the stamina you get from transdermal absorbance of testosterone. I'm being facetious, not even that fun. Here we go. Greg Doucette. I uploaded a video 1 hour ago. Greg Doucette. Now do it like this. So this is a fair use protected commentary. And I'm playing at 144p, which makes it transformative in nature. On top of having me in here and graphics and stuff. So I'm playing 144p. So if you want to see the video uninterrupted, because I'll be playing, pausing, commenting what's happening. Want to see it in crisp HD high video quality and without the interruptions, you're gonna have to watch on Greg's channel. Okay. So this 144p, which means it's gonna be blurrier than watching it in here. 720 say it's not clear. There's a lot of tricks that I had to do to make it hard for Greg to set this up on my YouTube channel, make it fast reports on me if I get him work. It'd be a copyright. It's not copyright. Somebody like it reports the video like this for copyright. Most likely I'll win it. Okay, and that happened before. People falsely report me for copyright, and I appeal it. I win the appeal because I'm not actually breaking the copyright. Okay, but still they can try. So this type of stuff that helps me to win the appeal, in case somebody would try that. It's transformative nature, yada yada. So Ashton Hall continues to lie. Okay, here we go. Do we play at a 1.25 speed? Yeah, we do. Playback speed. I have a blue light blocker. It seems to be interfering with the buttons. Just let's do this for a moment. Yeah, so some of the blue light blocker things I'm using make certain buttons and stuff unclickable. Certain websites are hard to navigate. Oh, the hell. So I'm guessing where the buttons are. The hell? Yeah, okay, we're playing at normal speed then. Big damn.
Coach Greg, and in today's video, Ashton Hall is at it again. We all know this guy. The guy who lost to iShow Speed. The guy who's 100% fake natty. How do we know when Ashton's lying? Well, he starts by moving his mouth. Case in point, he goes on the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul. We're going to see, can they flip-flop all over each other in case they're having struggles or need some...
So, I hereby am breaking my OMAD fast. All I have in a day, all I eat in a day. For me, the YouTube format content, like all I eat in a day is easy because it's just one meal. So it truly is remarkable the physique I maintained and my athletic performance. 90% of my training streams have been in a fasted state. Okay. The physique that I have, my athletic performance, how hard I've been able to train, and the physique I've been able to maintain, being an OMAD fast for 5+ years. And a lot of my OMAD meals, they're less than 100 grams of carbohydrates, no, protein. See? So OMAD natty for 5+ years, not a cheat meal per week, even it's like once every 2 weeks or something. And the physique that I have and the performance that I have, my training history is fasted state most of my training. And I'm not like trying to make it sound as people are training more hours in the gym, but considering the physique that I'm in, my athletic performance, being a long-term OMAD keto faster while being natural. See? And it's not all. If somebody gets, I can see how it's like this rare. Don't chalk it up onto genetics because it's more than just genetics. It's my life, it's the health fitness wisdom. The same things that help me. And the reason I know these things is because God has blessed my health fitness wisdom and insights. The reason I know the secrets to success that I've applied that lead to success, if applied, knowledge is not power, knowledge is potential power. You have to act on the knowledge to have an outcome. So if your grandma tells you how to boil an egg, you never have the effect of an egg being boiled, even though you have the knowledge in your brain. It's not until you act on the knowledge and use what you know, apply it, that you have the effect, the outcome of an egg having been boiled. Okay? So, anyways, the point. It truly is remarkable. The physique I'm in, my athletic performance had been an OMAD faster for 5+ years, OMAD keto. Being natural and everything else. The reason I know what I know is because I pray to God for strength and healing, and God answers me. It's not an audible voice, but basically, the reason I know this rare health fitness truth, like it's rare to know about vitamin C titration Baltons, for example. And what the knowledge I have, I've cured people like my mother and my wife of problems. So anybody that's in real life I've been doing health fitness coaching to have dramatic effect. Meaning, my wife reports being cured to 99% of her allergies. My mom, who's a type 2 diabetic, type 1 diabetic, she also reports looking, feeling better, seeing improvement in her type 1 diabetes neuropathy, and like getting more compliments. After I got on the protocol, first thing, and this is about 4 years ago, she reports looking, feeling better. And she tells me she started getting compliments like co-workers and stuff, that she looks better. And she noticed she's not losing hair as much. She'd been losing hair a lot before. She brushed her hair. So she noticed her hair, skin, and nails look better. Hair is thicker, less hair loss, and feel better. And then later on, years into having been on my protocol, she reports great improvement in her neuropathy. So the reason I know this is because I'm a Christian. I've been praying to God for strength, healing, having health problems, mental, physical, like being depressed before having panic attacks, allergies, praying to God for healing. I find the truth. I find the truth. So how God answers your prayers if you pray for healing is not just only limited to supernatural, just snapping his fingers and Christian prays for healing of the cold or something like he's got a cold. And God just boom snaps the fingers to wake up with a cold. No, the reason you have a cold is because you eat a high sugar diet, the vitamin C deficient, and other vitamin deficient. So you're ignorant of this, okay? And believe lies about health fitness. Like all you need is an orange. So do you think God's gonna enable you and like help you, enable you to stay ignorant, believing lies about health fitness, and just supernaturally give you healing? When the reason you're getting sick and you're sick and tired is because you're not seeking the truth enough. Okay. So the reason I know what I know is because I prayed to God for strength and healing. And to have strength and healing, you need to have high testosterone for strength and good athletic performance. I was praying about for years. And it's like a human body is a human body. So Mike prays for strength and staying strong to God. Male strength to be part is testosterone. So Mike needs to learn this about testosterone. What helps it, what lowers it, if he wants to have strength. So the reason I know what I know that has healed me and other people health problems and raised my performance, I credit God with that. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Christians that God blesses them with helping them to find my channel. And then it's up to them to respond to it. Fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. And I'm here sharing health, fitness, wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. I counsel thee, have no more sugar water, but have vitamin C for thine inflammation and often for memory's sake. See? So, meaning it's like have some orange juice is gonna be better than drinking Coca-Cola. I don't recommend orange juice. Okay, it still raise your blood sugar. So fruit juices, I don't recommend them. Okay, I don't recommend fruit juices. So you can watch my other videos where I talk about vitamin C and things. I should bulk my fast there. 2039. The text is about this big. I can read it. I have good eyesight, mirroring my mental, spiritual discernment level, which supersedes the average pastor. I don't see them making videos showing hidden plain view truth, seen beneath the surface. That would be like a daily guy with glasses. So I'm hard in my character, hard physically. I'm sharp mentally. I have good eyesight physically, thank God. And that mirrors my discernment being above the average Christian and my ability to see the truth about things. Now, that's a different topic. So, anyway, it's 23:39, okay? And I am about to start sharing, screen sharing, and watching video. Oh, we had a studio son in here, and he might have left. He's writing Japanese, okay? If I want to read his comments, I'm gonna have to click the YouTube chat and translate. So anyway, he left. It says 0 viewers. So hello and goodbye, students. Huh? If he comes back later, maybe I'll talk to him. I'm about to start playing a video here. Translate. I just got curious. I want to see what he wrote. It was one of my Japanese online friends. Okay, good morning, he wrote. So this is the secret to how I can read Japanese people's comments. And a lot of times I purposely don't look at the chat because if I look at the chat, it mood poisons me and distracts me sometimes because people come in trolling. So if you're a person watching my videos and you're not a hater, a supportive person, a friend and polite, and you come in writing stuff and I don't answer you, it's not that I saw your comments necessarily and ignoring them. A lot of times I do this here. See, so this is how I was streaming. Then it's like, let's check the chat. Oh, I got it like 10 comments. So this is how I can read the comments. Click translate here. Good morning. Good morning. Nihon taimu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu, student-san. Ohayo gozaimasu. Rice. はい、そうですね。はい、ライスです。はい、そうですね。Miso soup. Yeah. No. It's beans, but maybe he's eating breakfast and having miso soup. Oh, I'm going out. Okay, it's breakfast time in Japan, so he might have just came and say hello. Gotta leave. Okay, he's a person who's on my good terms. Long term, a person will be coming to my channel, showing support, chatting, talking with me. I watch his streams, talk to him in chat sometimes, and also in that communities, other Japanese YouTubers that I watch, he shows up in the chat sometimes. He said we know each other, and he's not one of these people that I remember ever feel like he's worked for the program. So there are people that work for the program that told me, but studio is not one of those people, at least at this moment. And there's no guarantees. Somebody that I'm a total video, somebody I'm talking to online, they can be talked and be put up to target. But yeah, studio is a friend. Okay. It's not an enemy. So studio-san is welcome on my channel. And in Japan, it's morning. Ohayo gozaimasu, studio-san. So here we go. Studio-san has a YouTube channel. Let's take a look at it. If I recall, it's a Japanese YouTuber that has garage streams due to self-product videos and also some model tanks and stuff. We'll check out his channel. I'm gonna make a mod actually after verifying it's the real studio-san, not a impersonator. Yes, it's the real studio. Make a mod. Okay. This is a Studio Sounds channel, Studio Extreme Player. Let's look at his most recent upload. He's got motorcycle videos. Here's Japanese motorcycles. Suzuki motorcycle. Okay. Suzuki Hayabusa. Okay. Okay. Kawasaki Ninja. Kawasaki Ninja. Okay. What else? Okay. What else? Hyundai. Okay, Hyundai. Yeah. See, that's the sound effect. So yeah, Japanese motorcycle. Nihon motorcycle sound. So anyway, this is studio sound. He's got a motorcycle, and it doesn't sound like what I just said there. And there's some other videos. Why not drop his link in the chat? Okay. It's a supportive viewer, long-term support. So don't expect, if you come into my streams and you see me drop people's link to promote the channel, don't think that you're a guy just first-time viewer. I'm going to just drop the link and do that for you. These are people that have been in their chat, let me drop my link there. Or drop it for me, okay? They make me more on the channel, okay? That and they're long-term supporters. So this guy, he gets his channel link drop. Here we go. There you go. Okay. All right, let's get to arigato to our studio sound. And let's get to playing Greg's video. First time eating today. 23:45, and I broke my fast not too long ago. And all I have in the day today is OMAD meal. Super shake, grand pause with also supplements, which means the supplements I take after finishing eating. And the main course. That's getting colder by the second. And it was already kind of lukewarm when I started eating. So let's finish it. Let's start eating.
Incentives. They can get sweetened blow. It's specially formulated for him. If you need a reference, Jeff Nipaw and Mr. Mike will vouch for it.
So the question we all have is, are your morning routines legitimate?
100%.
I mean, did he...
Now, this has become a thing where I want to be able to change the playback speed. So this is annoying. Let's try again. If first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again, try again. What is this? See, I'm clicking. And here it tells me that I'm hovering on something. I'm clicking.
Script
Okay, yeah.
this, like, how was he able to lie so quickly on command? Yes. I mean, does bro practice with Mike Israetel?
I've lied a lot.
His morning routine, it's 100% legit. And so every morning at 4, he gets up and he dives into the pool. He puts banana peels over himself, all over his face, and dips his face in Saratoga water. He has to be telling the truth because, well, he said so.
That's actually what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what.
Really taste comments are gonna have to really taste. Click the really taste this meal.
Changed my life top to bottom.
Did he say he enjoys it both as a top and as a bottom? Guys, sweetened blow, specially formulated for him. That's what he needs to add into his next morning routine.
7 p.m. in a perfect world, I'm in bed. 7:30 is no phone in a perfect world. You know what I'm saying? I got a family coming soon, hopefully. That's the goal. So I
With
just
who?
I don't. Yeah, I'm single.
I mean, obviously, bro is single. Who wants to go around with a man who's in bed by 7? He dips his face in Saratoga water. He's got his face in the banana peels. He can't stand losing. I mean, bro's a
That's
loser.
what actually is more routine. It's like championship or pointless things to do, like banding on gunshot wounds. We really should be taking vitamin C for his skin health. He wants to look good in his face. It's what he needs to be looking at. It's not like banding, a drop in the bucket. That's also how you could describe it. It was like I'm doing facial, I'm washing myself in like banana water or something like this for my skin health. That's like a drop in the bucket. With like the bang for your buck is you should start supplement with vitamin C, which helps your skin quality. Cut down on the sugar. If you're looking for skin health, beauty skin deep, looking good. What makes you look good is being healthy. Okay. So take vitamin C. Vitamin C is involved in collagen synthesis. So before you buy collagen supplements, get on a vitamin C protocol because your body makes collagen, produces collagen from vitamin C. So it's like you can have low T from being low on zinc. If you have a zinc deficiency, what a lot of people do, you have a hard time. Your body needs zinc, like in the fat, you understand? It's like we need zinc to make this much testosterone, or we low on zinc, less testosterone. So zinc is involved in testosterone synthesis, and vitamin C is involved in collagen synthesis, which means your body needs vitamin C to make quality skin, to heal wounds, and things like this. So before you invest in collagen supplements, I recommend you to start with vitamin C supplementation. And that in of itself, taking supplement, it will do so much for you. So that's the most important supplement that I'm recommending to people.
Did we not see him racing against ISO speed? And it wasn't the
This
fact
was
that
a
he
really
lost. It's
successful meal. And of those 3 drops of scorpion sauce was enough. Okay, I know how much chili cayenne pepper I put in it. It wasn't really a lot, like a quarter of a teaspoon, which is nothing. So what I'm feeling is the scorpion sauce, and just 3 drops of that. I'm feeling like the flushing, the heat in my face, and I'm feeling it in my tongue. It's not painful now, but it's like you're crying, sweating, and like hyperventilating. It's not that, but it's obviously strong. It's a really hot meal, like right up to the borderline where it's too hot, too strong. Okay, but just not that. Also, I'd like to be able to do. I'd like to be able to do where my box is bigger and what I'm showing is smaller, and I don't know if you can do that in Rumble. Okay, really good meal. Super hard, borderline too hot, but it's like hard enough to where it's not super like painful even. Chili is also an anti-inflammatory, lowers inflammation due to capsaicin. So capsaicin is a natural antioxidant anti-inflammatory. An antioxidant anti-inflammatory can be used interchangeably. Anti-inflammatory anti-inflammatory supplements are antioxidant 99% of the time at least.
how he lost. And so who would want to beat Ashton? And so is he not 5'6", 5'7", 6?
I did say the other day that this guy Greg is a shill, and his problem is virus. I feel like it. Now that doesn't mean that I have to hate his guts every second. Okay, I don't have to want to hurt him and like stay mad at him 24/7. It's like if his behavior changes, if I watch his video, if it's not as provocative this video as it was before, I'm more likely to be pissed at him. Okay, now that's my personal beef and opinion. It's like, now here's the thing. There's certain things that in his videos where it looks like he's a shell to me, okay? Okay. And he's for sure, 100%, not as valuable as I am in teaching health fitness at a broad spectrum across the board. Now, saying he's less valuable is not the same as saying he has no value, okay? One of the things he talks about is the dangers of TRT and testosterone, which is good because a lot of young people that see this health fitness influence with raw down physiques, they get on TRT, and the sooner you get on, then the higher, like behind the gym, getting some testosterone. the more likely you are to have problems. So there is a danger in people getting on. We're not talking about going to a doctor and getting HRT or TRT. We talk about, and him prescribing, we talk about people who get on like gym loads, some gym load behind the back, get some syringes and they start injecting themselves. There's risk involved, okay? Like do-it-yourself testosterone therapy, there's a risk involved, it's dangerous, don't do it. So one of the things that makes them have some value is in talk about the side effects of testosterone. Like people that are voted out to the gills and talk about how all people are fake natties. They're like corner you by like, I'm a natural. And then the people, a lot of young men and older mistake, and this is subconscious, semi-subconscious. It's like they see a guy that has bigger muscle than me, and they think that he's the expert in health. It's got a bigger channel and bigger biceps. So it's like they mistake the muscle size for competence. Which is like, oh, Mike Israel, he must be better than Mike SAHA at teaching health fitness because he's bigger. No, because he's injecting roids and human growth, whatever he's injecting, okay, or taking, some other way. So whatever. Here we go.
7? And I'm not talking about 6'7". Now, remember, it's okay to be 5'6", and by that I mean if you're the rapper 5'6", as in if you're Coach Greg. Get ready.
I think that possibly Greg might have ashwagandha. So I'll say it again. Greg Doucette's testosterone, I would recommend it to get on that. I'm not going to say it's poison and does nothing for you. It's like, I'm sure it's a supplement that can help you. I'm not ready to say it's a useless supplement. And I'm not going to say it's poison, like bad for you. What I can say for sure is it's not as important for young men, older men, women, whoever watching the Doucette. If they're gonna buy some, most of them are not supplement with vitamin C yet. Okay, magnesium, niacin. So first things first, start supplement with vitamin C, and the most bang for your buck you get from buying vitamin C. And vitamin C raises testosterone naturally too, I believe. If you're deficient in vitamin C, it makes you low T. The average person, a lot of people are vitamin C deficient. So anyway, there's other supplements that are more important to take. Before investing into testosterone, which might be one of these optimization supplements, you get the baseline supplements down, the MOWAS2 5 supplements list. And I don't sell that a lot. Like magnesium, niacin, vitamin C, B complex, omega-3 fish oil, D3K2. Yeah, okay, now there's some other supplements you can take. So I'm not a big fan of testosterone. It's definitely not the most important supplement for people to take. And most people are not taking the 5 supplements recommended. And they're more important. So I remember hearing something about ashwagandha, that Greg Doucette sells ashwagandha. If he does, then okay, that's a good supplement. That'd be more important. Ashwagandha lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. And if a man has high cortisol, that lowers testosterone. So that's one of the effects. You could walk around being stressed a lot, the average man, having high cortisol. That's another thing to lower testosterone. High cortisol makes testosterone decline. See, cortisol is the stress hormone. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen. Adaptogens lower cortisol, the stress hormone. Okay. So that's how ashwagandha can raise the man's testosterone. That's part of it, at least. So, if it says ashwagandha, I would recommend you buy ashwagandha instead of testosterone.
In the house, gonna make him a believer, Jeff Nipper. But when you're Ashton Hall, bro, he can't get any ladies. It's not as if he's 6'5" sitting on his wallet. Like, how much money are you making?
Let's take a look at his supplement. It's got a link in the description of the supplement store. Let's look at, he's got supplements. Testosterone, okay. What else? Peak endurance support. Pre-pump 2.0. Delta sleep. If it's a good sleep supplement, it should have L-theanine and or, okay, meaning this or that, okay. It should, if it's a good sleep supplement aid, should have L-theanine and or ashwagandha and or magnesium. Okay, those are things calm. Anything that helps you to calm down makes it more likely you'll fall asleep. So anything that has a calming effect increases the ease you have at falling asleep, inducing sleep state. So it's like obviously it's hard to fall asleep if you're stressed and worked up. It's like being calmer is something that is conducive to being able to calm you out of likelihood to fall asleep if you want to. So let's look at the sleep formula. Delta sleep. Look at the back. Oh, ashwagandha. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking, Greg. Forget. Oh, magnesium. Multiform magnesium. So, okay. Some redeeming qualities here. If you listen to my protocol, my top 5 most important supplements to take is vitamin C and magnesium. So it's like I take what? More than 12 different supplements. But the basic protocol that I share with others in my health fitness coaching is like, here's a baseline protocol. Vitamin C, niacin, magnesium, this and another thing. And what's on the top 5 list is like the top 5, I understand, like most important ones as far as I'm concerned. Okay, or like the top 10 for sure. So he's got some good, I know more about health fitness than the average person and more than the average health fitness influencer. Okay. And a lot of them are part of the problem. They tell you that ashwagandha doesn't help and magnesium supplementation is, like there's a lot of health fitness influencers that are like sealing for the diet alone, natural sources. Just eat a very diet, you get all the vitamins you need. Okay. No, you're not going to get enough niacin. You're not going to get enough magnesium. You're not going to get enough vitamin C. So this is Greg Doucette's supplement. Vitamin B6, 5 milligrams. My magnesium supplement, meaning so I've been recommending people get a multiform magnesium supplement. Teaching that's the best. I don't go get magnesium hydroxide or magnesium chelator for this or citric. No, it's get a multiform magnesium supplement. A supplement combining 2 or more forms of magnesium. Okay, like 2 types of magnesium or more. Multiform, 2 or more forms of magnesium in the same supplement. So it's got a multiform magnesium supplement. And also what I said before I looked at the list, because I know health fitness, that before checking is like a good sleep aid supplement is going to have at least one of these: magnesium, ashwagandha, and L-theanine. I said that. So zinc, 5 milligrams. Okay. Now zinc, remember what I told you? Zinc, having a zinc deficiency, which I believe a lot of men have, makes it hard for you to have natural high testosterone because your body uses zinc as a building block to make testosterone. So zinc deficiencies can lead to low testosterone. What are some foods rich in zinc? Mussels, okay, and clams and stuff. So like seafoods, a lot of seafoods are rich in zinc. Now, don't believe you can get enough from eating mussels and seafood, and then you're gonna get enough zinc from that alone. Okay. So look at Greg Doucette's supplement. B6 good, magnesium as magnesium oxide and glycinate. It's got 2 forms of magnesium, so that's a multiform magnesium. Good. Zinc, 5 milligrams, not bad. Per capsule now. GABA, also good. Can help with anxiety and other stuff. It's a calming supplement. GABA. Organic ashwagandha powder. 133.3 milligrams ashwagandha. Not bad. Not bad. So the Greg Doucette stock is rising a little bit. I've been seeing the testosterone is like a scammy thing where it's like overhyping it and stuff. And it's like there's other things men should be taking if they interested in raising the salt from vitamin C, magnesium, and just being healthy and probably healthy and hormonal health. Yeah, so he's got some supplements. Look, they're called the supplements here. Now that you can go like, yeah, they overpriced because it's a lot cheaper. But it's like, this is not a scam supplement. Look at the sleep supplement. This is not like a fake supplement. It has like, I don't know, a puny amount of L-theanine That's it or something like that. 5 milligrams L-theanine. But he has a serious supplement here. It's a serious. I hope it's not going to have iron or copper in it. Valerian root, 5-HTP, L-theanine, 100 milligrams, and melatonin, 1 milligram. So this you couldn't buy it in Sweden because in Sweden melatonin is a prescription. Kind of ridiculous. I know in America it's an OTC thing. You go to the pharmacy and a prescription by melatonin. In Sweden you have to get prescribed by doctor melatonin. Okay. So I guess this, and he will know about that maybe if it's selling in different countries. There's like in Sweden we can't sell that supplement. So this is I actually like it. Okay. I actually like it. And I'm an honest man, which means I don't lie. I can believe that Greg Doucette is a shell that has told me before and had been mad at him yesterday. And then I bought doing research on it now. And I might like it if it was some family called one and go like this guy is poisoning you or something like this. But I'm an honest man, so even if he's not my friend, and I feel like he's an enemy more than a friend, I'm not going to lie and say his supplement is useless if I can see it's actually a good sleep supplement. So this is Greg Doucette sleep supplement. B6, magnesium, zinc, good. Gamma, which can also help men to have natural high testosterone. Taking a supplement, at least some supplement has some zinc in it. Because a lot of people are deficient in zinc, and remember, if you're low on zinc, that can make you have low testosterone. Ashwagandha is in there. Ashwagandha lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. And if you have cortisol being high, like a stress, you're super stressed and high cortisol. Cortisol is stress, understand? If you're feeling stressed, you have high cortisol, adrenaline, this and that thing. Okay? So what is stress? It's a physiological state marked by high blood pressure, high heart rate, high adrenaline, and high cortisol. Okay? So if you're feeling stressed, you have higher cortisol than when you're feeling calm. So if you walk around having a lot of stress in your life, there's certain amounts of stress that can be normal, okay? But if people have too much stress, too many hours of stress per month, it gets to a point where testosterone can go down just from the level of cortisol being high. High enough, long enough, okay? So ashwagandha is an adaptogen, adaptogenic herb, that lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. And remember, too high cortisol can lead to low T, low testosterone. So this is quality ingredients, good ingredients. Magnesium, zinc, GABA is also good. GABA, organic ashwagandha powder, valerian root powder, 5-HTP, L-theanine, and melatonin. And this is, I was reading per one capsule. Per 3 capsules, we're talking serious amounts here. 200 milligrams of magnesium, 50 milligrams of zinc, 400 milligrams of ashwagandha, valerian root powder, L-theanine 300 milligrams. So, but not bad, okay. What was the price? And it's gonna be the pre-shipping price. $45. Well, I'd say the price is a little bit. It could do with some. Not he did have some organic ingredients, I say, which cost more to source. So I'm not ready to say if I think it's high price or low price. I had to think about it a little bit. But $45, how many tablets are there? That matters. Or capsules. 90 capsules. So it gives you 1 month supply if you take 3 a day. And it's at this much per 1, 2, 3 capsules. If you would take 3 of these, 1 in the morning, so it's not because it's a calming supplement, it's not drugs, okay? If you would take 1 in the morning, that's how I recommend to take supplement, by the way. If you buy one of these, I recommend to take 1 in the morning and 2 before bedtime. So you have your levels, the calming stuff to keep from being super stressed during the day, to help lower stress at least somewhat during the day. And then 2 of them before sleeping. Or you could do all 3 at night before going to bed. So, yeah, it's a little. Now I have to remember that prices in America are also higher. than in Sweden. But $45 for the supplement. I mean, it's one money well spent. I say if people are buying it and take it 3 day, versus people who don't invest in supplements, it's better to invest in the supplement, $45, than to not. I mean, it's worth the money. If like somebody's like they start taking this supplement because they saw Greg Doucette video, and they have trouble sleeping, all they're taking is Greg Doucette supplement because they watch his video, go into his website, and they know they have problem falling asleep sometimes, and they buy that, and it takes 3 a day or something like this. They're gonna be better off than somebody who, like the average person, doesn't take any supplements really seriously. So even if it's a little bit pricey, as far as I'm concerned, and like the Swedish market, my financial leverage is pretty low. It feels like I really need to have to find the cheapest stuff. Okay, personally. Now it can vary too. Price in America, price in Sweden. Anyway, so yeah, it's like people are better off taking Greg Doucette's sleep supplements. Somebody's like an average Joe, they're not taking supplements seriously at all. Maybe multivitamin a day, which I don't recommend. And they watch Greg Doucette and find this video. Oh yeah, I have problems with sleep sometimes. Go to this website, buy the sleep supplement. It's $45. They're gonna be a lot better off than the average person who doesn't take supplements at all, because they're gonna be less deficient in zinc, ranging from less to not deficient at all. Less deficient, they're gonna doing something to protect the testosterone by lowering cortisol at least a little bit. They'd be better off. So yeah, I don't have a problem with it really. The main thing, the ingredients, I don't see any ingredient that would be like, oh, this is a bad or pointless ingredient. It looks like it has quality ingredients. Okay, his supplement has quality ingredients. The main point would be the price, personally, where I would not buy it simply because of the price. In Swedish money, it'd be 450 crowns. And I simply don't have that budget. I buy my supplement from like the El Cheapo supplement store I can find, Top Form it's called. And they have like a bottle of niacin, 90 capsules there. It's like what, $5 or something? 7, 8. A lot of them are sub $10, like less than $10, 120 crowns. Whatever the supplement, it's omega-3 or niacin, you can order it in America, from America. But it is one of the supplements I found that is like the cheapest. A bottle of niacin less than $10. Bottle omega-3 fish oil less than $10. So me being used to spending not that much money on stuff. Now a lot of multi supplements are like $15 or $20 or something like this. Okay. Now yeah, so I don't have a problem with his supplements really. That's a quality sign. His sleep supplement is quality. My one criticism of it would be not having some ascorbic acid in it. It'd be better if you put, say, 100 milligrams of ascorbic acid per capsule. I don't know if it's tablets or capsules, but at least 100 milligrams of ascorbic acid per capsule, which will help you to stay fresh longer, and it will help you help to get some vitamin C. So vitamin C is a preservative, so you can keep that ingredients fresh. It might be that in a month it's not gonna go down in quality that long, but if somebody's a crazy person takes only one capsule per day to make the bottle last 3 months, okay. If it's like 3 months, it might start losing some quality because it's like it's not as fresh anymore. So like if things can go bad, you store supplements at room temperature. So anyways, the point. I recommend he lower the price and add ascorbic acid. Okay. Add vitamin C and lower the price. That's my constructive criticism. That's my honest opinion. So I recommend him to lower the price and add vitamin C to it. Ascorbic acid. 100 milligrams. That's pure amounts. Okay. That meaning it's not like the serious. Like it's I'm not talking a gram. Okay, per tablet or capsule. Like add 100 to 250 milligrams of ascorbic acid. So which will act in a preservative and help the person get a little bit of vitamin C. A lot of people are seriously deficient in vitamin C. I just looked at one of them. I don't know if it has vitamin C on its website. So anyway, okay, let's go back playing this video.
Doing Instagram videos, dipping your face in water. It doesn't pay the bills. Ashton, he's
Yeah, so
probably
I'd
heard
say
it. He
the testosterone overhyped and feels scammy to me. Okay. Now his sleep supplement looks like a quality supplement. Just judging by the ingredients. The price is a bit high though. Okay. Short summarize my take on his sleep supplement. Looking at the ingredients, it's not scam ingredients. I know health fitness really well. And I know that these ingredients are important. It's part of what I take. I take ashwagandha, magnesium, L-theanine, B6, and things like this. So I know that these are good. The price is a bit high, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, the price is high. The price is not right. Okay, the price is too high in my view. Now, it's still some people are not as poor as I am. I don't have a problem spending $45 on a supplement. But criticism, constructive. The price is too high, so lower the price and add vitamin C to it. Other than that, the testosterone, it feels scammy to me. It is scammy, okay. Like how he markets it, okay. Now his sleep supplement Delta, quality. I'm not gonna lie and say it sucks, okay. Look at the ingredients; they're good ingredients, and it's not pathetic amounts either. Where some supplements are multi supplements, they may err by having puny amounts, too little, this and that, but they mark it on the front. It's like got magnesium, and if you look at 25 milligrams of magnesium, so like it. Okay. So it's like serious amounts and serious types. Types and amounts of the supplement looks good. Okay. You take 3 caps of OMAD, so you got, what's it, 400 milligrams L-theanine from 3 capsules? Or 200, 204. So, but anyway, I look at it. It's not a bad supplement. The price is bad. That's my current take. If I do some research and figure out this, something, okay. But it's like the ingredients; those are good ingredients, and the price is good. So, as usual, talk to a doctor before starting to or stop to take any supplements. Disclaimer. Here we go.
has no money whatsoever. He's poor. And so he has to continue to go on podcasts to try to prove to the world that he's 100% natural.
For me, like even on Saturdays, I have my refeed day, cheat day. And I'm literally just like kind of like low-key depressed. Like, dang, bro, like I get to have all this good food. I have no lady.
Why would anyone want to be a man who's low-key depressed? The only enjoyment he gets in his life is on Saturdays when he has a refeed meal.
I'm 29 now still.
Well, that's not good. And that's a problem too with people live for pleasure too much. They care too much about pleasure. And they look at food as like a pleasure thing, like a button to push to make stuff feel good. Food addiction. So it's like if you walk around being unhappy all the time and you only feel like have like joy or excitement right after high sugar cheat meal or something like this, you got a problem with it. Okay. And I wouldn't be surprised if he eats a high sugar diet. But sugar can make you depressed. High sugar diet can make you depressed. If you had depression, I believe that it can interfere with healing. I would be a lot more assertive if it wasn't on YouTube. So I believe in personally check. You do understand. So here's the point. Sugar can make you depressed. Eating high sugar diet can make you depressed. And the average person eats a high sugar diet. It's like people that are not depressed despite the high sugar diet. They're doing a lot of other things, exercising a lot, taking supplements. Okay. Now, no matter how much you do things to stay healthy, like supplementation, sleep, exercising, the sugar is still going to harm you. It's a matter of harming you less. It's like a person eats a high sugar junk food diet and it's a couch potato and fat. Obviously, that's work for you. Then if you're a person that eats a junk food and then burn off a lot of those calories and sugar by exercising, it doesn't mean the sugar is not hurting. Sugar is can make you depressed. A high sugar diet makes more likely to get depressed. If you have depression, eating high sugar diet is interfering with you seeing improvement in the depression.
Still single, so it's just a story.
Does that upset you?
Nah, because I know it's God's plan.
And so is Ashton not high on copium right now? You know, when I was a kid, I said I'd be married by 23. How old are you now? 29. But it's God's plan. And so anytime something doesn't go your way, God planned it. You lost against IShowSpeed, God planned it. Coach Greg said you're a fake natty. God planned it. You're 29.
Well, most likely the guy is not a real Christian, first of all. Now, my comment on that, like personally, is I think it's more often that something good happens. I go, yeah, it's God, okay. Well, it's like if something good happens, they'd be like, thank God this happened, okay. Now, a lot of things that I've seen, looking at my life, I see the hand of God in my life. It's like something bad happened, and I can see that there's some good that came out of it. And like it's like I wouldn't trade. Do you understand? Something bad happened. For example, put it like this: the God's plan of that, the hand of God. I got super sick with extreme allergies and asthma, and that pushed me to learn what I know now. That have made me cure my asthma and improve my allergies medically. Which means when I met my wife, start talking online, she had allergy problems, and I go, I'm a Christian. I know how to improve allergies because God has helped me know this. Take this, do this. She takes my advice and starts feeling better. And maybe that made her more receptive to the gospel. This Christian God made me feel better, healthier. Maybe I think that could have kind of helped the soul of her heart. Like somebody comes and be like, you had this health problem, I know how to improve it because I had it myself, and God showed me how to improve it. Then vitamin C and this and that, okay. And she got healed. So with all the suffering stuff, with the allergies and stuff, maybe I wouldn't have learned about vitamin C, megadose, and tradition about polys if I hadn't gotten sick. And then as a child of God, a Christian, my wife, maybe she wouldn't have been out here be like, Mike, make my life a lot better. I've been healed of my allergies. It's like 99% cured. If I hadn't gone to the suffering health problem of being super sick with allergies and asthma and prayed to God and found the truth on how to improve this, I wouldn't know that to teach it to okay. See? So a lot of bad things have happened. I can see in hindsight. I wouldn't switch in a sense. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's like, but a lot of things have happened. It's like, yeah, that was a bad thing, but something good came out of it, and the good I value it more than the absence of the problem and the absence of the good that came out of it.
I'm single. You haven't gone on a date in 10 years. Yeah, well, God planned it. This is what he wants. It's not like I'm not a Chad. It's just God has planned to make me single and told me to go to bed at 7, get up at 4, and spread fruit all over my face. Sometimes he tells me to wrap my feet up in onions, and other times he just tells me to run away from Coach Greg.
I was one telling singers for many years. Until I found weed. Obviously, I would have a problem getting laid. Now, I was a loner and content with being single after my previous long-term relationship ended. So, the Bible, I'm a Christian man, and the Bible way, the Christian way to live, is not to date. Dating is not a biblical concept, like jumping from person to person, spending the night, having sex with somebody, maybe being boyfriend, girlfriend, but not getting married and then switch to another person. That's not good. So I've been living the way that I've been living, being single by choice. I had a long-term relationship, it finished, and for many years I was like, I'm gonna be single. I'm content to be single. And I wasn't trying to get laid, hook up with people. For a while, I was like, well, if my ex-girlfriend wants to get back with me again, I'm willing to get back with her. It's like either that or I'm staying single. Okay. And I could have gotten it. It's not hard for me to get women. I'm just with a six-pack and handsome. Okay. So Uh, I've been choosing to remain single for a long time. Why? Because that's what the Bible teaches. Either you're married, if you're not married, don't have sex. If you're a man, you're a Christian. The Bible teaches don't have sex with anybody you're not married to. You're not supposed to marry one person. And the Bible also teaches you're supposed to stay married. The Lord hated putting away. Only for adultery, say adultery. The only reason, legit reason to get a divorce is if your spouse cheats on one another or you cheat on them. So
Ashton, when are we doing the bike race? I'll even run against you if you want. I will race Ashton Hall. He's already conquered running. He's already been defeated. And so why not start a new hobby? Racing Coach Greg on his bike.
That's what I keep telling myself too.
Oh, you're single?
Yeah.
How old? 35?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, yeah.
And plus-
I got it right.
Yeah.
Ashton
coming home now. I can see it. He stopped training for training to race Coach Ray in a bike race. If you didn't want to whatever.
Hall says, yeah. Are you single? He's looking at him over there, thinking, yeah, there's no way bro has a woman. His response, yeah. And he's 35.
Is winning. Fornicating is not winning. It doesn't make you cool. It doesn't make you an alpha. A real man is like me. I'm not going to have sex until I'm married. I'm going to have discipline. I might feel like I'm maybe go to a nightclub, play a cover. No, I'm not doing it. But I'm not going to do it. So, sinning ain't winning. And this world is like, wow, guys sleep around a lot, that's winning. No, like entertain. No, that's losing. Abstain from worldly lust, which war against the soul. Worldly lust war against your soul. So if you're fornicating, watching porn, you're hurting yourself. That's like self-abuse, understand? It's like cutting yourself or something like this. It's like if you watch porn, fornicate as a man, you're hurting yourself. You're causing damage. Flee from estranged pilgrims, abstain from worldly lust, which war against the soul. Now the audience is saved people, but I believe that applies to lost people too. If worldly lust war against the soul, humans, lost people have a soul too. It's not just Christians have a soul. So I believe anybody's soul is being harmed, warred against, more precisely, if you're watching porn, sleeping around, as it is.
We don't know if he's 35. We don't know if he's 40.
Winning. It's not winning to sleep around. What winning is, if you're a young man and you're controlling yourself, staying single until you find a wife. You're not sleeping around. You're not a filthy porn addict, crazy. You're not sleeping around. You're staying chaste until you're married. You're not sleeping around. You're not trying to sleep around. You wait until you're married to have sex. Ultimately, both the man and the woman are virgins when they get married. Okay? That's the highest level. I'm not, okay? Far from it and regretfully so. So, sinning ain't winning. You don't win by fornicating, by sleeping around. And the world might say, that's cool. Just, oh, this guy's a Casanova, all this lady. That's losing, okay? So, I've been succeeding in keeping myself from fornicating for many years. And praying to God for him to help me find a good wife. Go looking, I find a good wife. See? So that's winning. Mike Tyson, during his prime, he was abstaining himself from sex and stuff. So women leave weaker legs, well. So I saw a video from a Swedish guy fighting Muay Thai, training Muay Thai in Thailand. And then he has a video. He said, Swedish guy, he trains Muay Thai in Thailand. And he had a TikTok video about his coach. And then his training has the coach like, you play the kite or something like this. Why are you slow today? I see you look slow and tired today. You boom boom. You play kite, you fly kite or something like this. It's like, I know you did, or something like this. It's like, no whatever. So, a lot of like traditional martial arts coaches, like boxing, so it's like, kind of a lot of them would be like, don't have sex, and a lot of like old school martial arts coaches will be proponents of abstinence for athletic performance. Okay. Okay. So anyway, that's the point. Yeah, sitting and winning, it's not winning or cool or sad or being an athlete and just sleeping around. Okay. And it's especially worth something somebody like me has been able to not go on a date or sleep with somebody for 5+ years. If you're ripped with a six pack, super attractive, and it will be a lot easier for you. You're in the male attractiveness elite, like the top 10% of men on dating sites, like the top 10% most good looking, and like ripped with a six pack. It would be easy for me to get laid if I wanted to, which makes it worth more that I don't do it. It's like if somebody's fat and like a incel who's out of shape, it's like he's not having sex because he can't, okay, but wants to. Somebody's like, I'm a Christian, I'm not going to sleep with anybody to get married. And you're a person who would be very easy for you to get laid with attractive women because you're with a six pack and handsome and charismatic above the average man. That says something. It's not like you have to sleep around to be a winner. If you're a Christian man, you should have discipline.
Ashton Hall, quick to pick up you. Yeah, you're single too, and so you're no better than me.
He looks sturdy. He looks good.
Thank you, man.
He
Thank you. I
looks good. He has
appreciate
high
that.
energy.
Yeah.
He gets me excited for 40. No,
Yeah.
for real.
Ashton, he's quick to glaze, perhaps
High energy.
Yeah.
too, and so you're no better than me. Pick up you. Yeah, you're single too. Ashton Hall, quick to pick up you. Yeah, you're single too, and so you're no better than me.
He looks sturdy. He looks good.
Thank you, man.
He
Thank you. I
looks good. He has
appreciate
high
that.
energy.
Yeah.
He gets me excited for 40. No,
Yeah.
for real.
Ashton, he's quick to glaze. Perhaps he hasn't had his daily donut. He's saying he looks 35. Bro looks older than Coach Greg.
Yeah, okay. Daily donut, low-key depressed. That's Greg Doucette's commentary. I thought I was finishing, but I wasn't.
Me.
He looks
Early in the stream, he said he's low-key depressed. So Greg Doucette's commentary on this other guy is he's low-key depressed. A little bit later now, didn't have his daily donut. Donuts are high sugar items. And sugar is bad for you. And average man eats a high sugar diet. And if you eat a high sugar diet, you're more likely to get depressed and stay depressed.
30.
So that actually makes sense. Okay.
He looks good.
Thank you, man.
He
Thank you. I
looks good. He has
appreciate
high
that.
energy.
Yeah.
He gets me excited for 40.
In
No, for
general.
real.
Ashton,
And I
he's
don't
quick.
know if actually seen high sugar diet. I would be surprised if he gets less than 10 grams of sugar today. That makes him rare like me. And an American or Swedish person that consumes less than 10 grams of sugar per day.
To glaze. Perhaps he hasn't had his daily donut. He's saying he looks 35. Bro looks older than Coach Greg.
No, I get hyped when I see 40, 50.
Now, I would have to look at his piano and past uploads to be able to say if I think he's depressed, mostly depressed or not. But in this video here, he's not like extremely depressed from his energy levels and body language. He doesn't scream depressed for me. Now, you can't go by one time seeing a guy in a video if they're depressed or not. Because he could show up being depressed for one day, and having a bad day, being tired and fatigued, and having a day where he feels sad or something like this. Now, that's not the same as being depressed. Like depressed, it has to be like daily. And most Christians are low-key depressed. A lot of people are depressed. They just don't know, not depressed enough, where they've gone into a psychologist and sought help for it. But a lot of people are depressed. Like they have mild depression, you might say.
You know what I'm saying? Still looking good.
Yeah.
Almost prime. I could tell you're probably at your prime right now.
Did he, in fact, pay him to say this? You're looking in your prime as there's prime energy drinks right behind them?
2.
2 meals a day.
Yeah, 2. My first one will be at 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Then the last one will be at 4 or 5.
So you're like 16-8 window?
Yeah.
How is bro putting on so much muscle? He's only eating 2 meals a day. He's going to bed early. And bro is
He's only
running.
eating
Last
2
I
meals
checked,
a day, so he's doing OMAD. Okay, I do OMAD. Now, me doing OMAD is not that hard to believe on my nanny, okay? Anatomy is somebody that doesn't do drugs before when I had some drugs, PEDs. because I'm not huge. Okay. It's like, now here's the point: you can have a physique where you don't look like you're on boards and still be on like TRT from a dog cat logo. The point is this: I'm not on boards, I'm not on TRT, I don't use performance enhancing drugs, caffeine and supplements. That's it. So it's not impossible to build and maintain muscle while doing OMAD keto. Now, for the average person, it would be impossible without my coaching to really to have good health, fitness, athleticism while doing OMAD fasting. Like to have gains and stuff. For a lot of people, say, I don't recommend OMAD fasting. People just get OMAD fast. Not without supplements. Simply, if you're gonna do OMAD fasting, you need to take supplements. Okay, and don't do OMAD fasting without supplementation.
Running, it's very catabolic. It doesn't help you to build a lot of muscle. In comparison, biking, which doesn't have a great eccentric load, that is this form of cardio you want to do if you want to keep the muscle size that you have.
Yeah, bro, I'm always in the caloric deficit. I'm always like
cardio you want to do if you want to keep the muscle size to bed early. And bro, it's running. Last I checked, running, it's very catabolic. It doesn't help you to build a lot of muscle. In comparison, biking, which doesn't have a great eccentric load, that is this form of cardio you want to do if you want to keep the muscle size that you have.
Yeah, bro, I'm always in the caloric deficit. I'm always like I eat around like 2,000 calories a day.
I wouldn't know how many calories I eat. I count carbohydrates if I count something, grams of sugar, okay, and hours fasting. That's what I count. If I count something, it's hours fasting, grams of carbs, grams of sugar. Count it to make sure it's not above 10 grams, okay? And calories, I don't know. So if I don't know something, I don't have a problem saying it. I don't have to fake, like, you can be an expert in health fitness. This is because I am a health fitness expert. Because I'm in the elite top 10% most valuable people. If you're looking to learn things that can help you be healthier, I'm in the top 10% in this world. And I'd say in the top 1% for sure. Of like most knowledgeable people that can help you the most in terms of health fitness. Now, that makes me an expert, knowing more than 99% of people about things that matter to know about for health fitness. And it's not useless knowledge, like what need to know, okay? So there's gonna be some things that I don't know, but I don't have to fake knowing them. Oh, I can't tell people I don't know how many calories it makes it sound less confidence with it. No, that's not the important thing. I don't have to know how many calories I'm eating today. It's like I know I'm not eating too much, okay, and I know that I'm eating very little sugar, and apparently I'm not a fat guy. I need to count things. You understand? So, 2,000 calories a day. Maybe I eat only, I don't know. I'm not good at the calories. Maybe it will be 1,000 calories a day I eat. Maybe I eat 1,000 calories a day. Okay. Maybe 1,250, maybe 1,500. Maybe it's even less, 750 calories per day.
Again, lies. I don't want to have to be the one. Yes, of course I do. I want to be the one to point out how much this guy is lying. He just stated, and I quote, I'm always in a calorie deficit. Now, we have Mepsigram, who's an eye surgeon, which is kind of like a doctor.
I am a doctor. What do you mean?
Mr. Mike was a doctor. He wrote some bullshit PhD thesis. What did you do to deserve the accolades of being a doctor?
I went to medical school.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And so she actually went to medical school. And so did they teach you anything about, for example, being in a calorie deficit always, continuously? What would that do?
You would die.
And so if Ashton Hall...
I got bishes in my condo. This guy has bishes. Bishes. It's B-I-S-H-E-S. This guy's got bishes in his condo. This type of guy is stream. And it's got like... I don't know, like a girl or more than one in the corner there. It's just sitting there waiting for the video to finish so he can get in the store material, something like this. And that might be his wife. I don't know if he's got a girlfriend or whatever the situation is. I'm not calling her a bitch as an insult, but that's a bad. So I got bitches in my car balling all the time.
we're being honest, Ashton Hall would be speaking to us from the grave. We would have a Ouija board and we'd be going like this. And then somebody would be saying, yeah, I ate in a calorie deficit for 3 years. Why am I rubbing somebody's estomago?
I don't speak Spanish.
I'm not trying to be the bearer of
And
bad
don't
news.
play with Ouija boards because they're bad for you. I've done it. But now it's going to be many years ago. It's not a good thing to do. Okay.
I'm just trying to be open, honest,
I think a
transparent,
lot of
try to
kids
speak
play with Ouija boards at least once in childhood. And it's one of those things that I don't recommend.
the truth. If you're always dieting, always continuously in a deficit, you're in a calorie deficit, you lose weight. And if you continue to lose weight, eventually you weigh nothing. Unless, of course, you're involved in Mr. Mike's research, of which you can be in negative numbers. Oh, he's negative 4 pounds, negative 4 years old. Only that occurs in Mr. Mike's research. He states he's on 2,000 calories a day. If this is in fact correct, that is not a deficit. That is maintenance. By definition, if you're not losing weight, you can't be in a deficit. If you're in a deficit, you're losing weight.
What does cheat day? What does a cheat meal look like?
Pizza.
You love pizza?
Whole box. Miami sliced the entire box.
Is
And I
that
have like
what-
24 cookies.
And so what I'm actually hearing is he diets all week long and then crashes out on the weekend and he eats like Trent Twins or Hussein Farhat. That is his favorite day of the week. I mean, other people that we know, they visit their friend Molly's on the weekend. They have a lot of fun. He eats cookies.
Dude, I'm surprised you really started to pop off at like 28, 29.
Yeah.
Because you have a crazy discipline.
You love
That's the thing. I'm a Christian. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. And I'm happy than average person. I do believe that. I have more joy and happiness than average Christian and than the average lost person. If you look at other people, they come across as depressed. I do believe like hours of pure joy per month, fun, okay, per month. I think I have more fun than average person. I think I have more happiness and joy than average person. Like how often I have a good time. That's not relying on me doing a drug or drinking. See? Just me live streaming, talk about stuff, end up having a good time, laughing, having fun. So being a Christian, first of all, the goal of my life is not to have fun. Okay. And that's a problem. I'm actually for purpose, not looking to have a good time as the main thing. Okay. So I do believe I'm happy than most people. I have more joy and happiness in my life than the average person. The average Christian, I'd say. And it's without doing drugs. Meaning I have more happiness than the average person without doing drugs like they do. The average person is a sugar addict, eats a high sugar diet. They drink frequently. They are some kind of drug. And they still are less happy. So I don't go around being miserable because I'm fasting. I believe I'm happy than the average person. I have more joy despite all the differences I have. I do believe I have more joy, like minutes of fun, joy per month than the average person. And I don't need drugs. I don't need alcohol. I don't need to get drunk. I don't need to be on drugs to have a good time.
pizza?
Whole box. Miami sliced the entire box.
Is
And I
that
have like
what-
24 cookies.
And so what I'm actually hearing is he diets all week long and then crashes out on the weekend and he eats like Trent Twins or Hussein Farhat. That is his favorite day of the week. I mean, other people that we know, they visit their friend Molly's on the weekend. They have a lot of fun. He eats cookies.
Dude, I'm surprised you really started to pop off at like 28, 29.
Yeah.
Because you have a crazy discipline.
Well, I wouldn't hate on him for not doing drugs, okay? Him not having Molly, meeting his friend Molly, I wouldn't criticize that. It's like I don't think that you should have to use drugs to have happiness, okay? So I actually it's a benefit to be a person that doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs, and is still able to have a good time. Now here's the thing. Even if I was depressed after I quit drinking alcohol, which I've done 6 months of not picking up alcohol plus, close to 7 now, actually. Not a drop of alcohol. and I've had fun. I have a lot of good times and fun. So now, even if it was like once I stop drinking, I'll stop having a good time. I'll still not be drinking. So, here's the point: you shouldn't have to do drugs or get drunk to have a good time. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? Especially not as a Christian. You shouldn't have to do drugs. Sugar is a drug. You shouldn't have to get drunk, eat sugar, or do some other drugs to have a good time. You should be able to have a good time. Now, it also looks like a fruit of the spirit to me because it's me not eating, fast for a long time, being persecuted, and I still have moments of fun and joy, or the regular. So now this is unique to Christians, where Christians can have joy, okay, happiness, joy, despite, and it's not relying on something physical. The fruits of the Spirit are these: long suffering, charity, joy, peace, long suffering. So for Christians, true Christians like me, one of the benefits, Christian privilege, one of the benefits of being Christian is having the fruits of the Spirit available to you. If you're a lost person, you don't have fruits of the Spirit. So lost people have like dog happiness. They hump something to feel good. They eat something high sugar to feel good. Whereas a Christian, you can transcend and live above your means. Okay. Whereas people look at my life and why is this guy so happy? How can he have joy? How can this guy? He eats once a day, exercises. He's been persecuted and harassed all the time, and like everything else, and lives alone. See. So part of the benefit of being a Christian, the reason we get saved is that we're going to help make a fight. Now, if you do get saved, there's other benefits to it. You have God in your life, and you can have fruits of the Spirit. But you can be like me, where you're happy, have joy, peace. See, a lot of people don't have peace. They don't have joy. You just feel good from doing a drug or getting drunk or something like this. And a lot of times what lost people do to feel good is bad for you. Okay. It's like it's harming yourself to feel good short term, but you feel and look worse longer term. So, I used to drink, okay, intermittently. Now it's been close to 7 months I dropped alcohol because I quit it. Because I'm a man of discipline. So anyway, here's the point. As a Christian, you can have joy. Just walking after the Spirit. As a Christian, I can have joy, the fruit of the Spirit. I don't have to do a drive or something to have a good time. Christians can have the fruits of the Spirit, which means one of the fruits of the Spirit is joy, where it's not dependent on all this cost necessarily. You can have joy, just you, and it's not like joy because feeling joy because you're drinking or dragging or fornicating or something like this. You don't feel good because of that. It's like there's nothing really always why you should be feeling good, but you're feeling good. The fruits of the Spirit: joy, peace, long suffering, meekness.
Yeah.
You're focused.
They're acting like Ashton wasn't successful until he was 28 or 29. I mean, he was successful before the Saratoga water and the morning routine. Bro had over 1 million followers. I mean, what level of success do people think you need to have in order to be happy? I'm telling you, even when I was at only 50,000 followers, I was making...
Yeah, and followers doesn't prove success. I think I'm more successful than that guy is. I'm a person that have succeeded in staying in great shape despite being persecuted told with gang stalking, which makes it harder to get in shape, stay in shape. It was to sabotage your whole life, gang stalking. It makes it harder to do anything. Well, it makes it harder to go on social media and things like this. It can be shadow banned, people want to hide you and things like this. That's the point. Yeah, I do believe I'm more successful than other people are. And they might think they're more successful because they have more followers. That's it. So all this success, if you have a lot of followers. You're not a success if you have a lot of followers by lacking integrity and compromise with the deep state, selling out to the deep state, and being evil enough for the deep state to let you get to a certain level or make you get to a certain level. Bruce Mejia being an example, preaching a satanic false gospel, corrupt the wisdom in his prayer. which means he's compromising. So the reason he has more followers is because he's compromising, and he's an anti-Semite. So that the world right now is like a resurgence of anti-Semitism. So I guess that's probably why he's more popular. So that's not success. Just because you got 100 followers, 100,000, doesn't mean successful. That's anti-success. Because you're having that level because you're compromised. Because you're lying about what the gospel is. Because you're lying about the Jews, God's chosen people, attacking them. And lying about other things. See? And the deep state don't work with Santa Claus like it did to me, Stephen Anderson, who's me here. Because your deep state skills. And the deep state goes, these guys are not dangerous and strong enough men to succeed. Okay? Me, I've been having a lot of success and I've had to work really hard to keep that success. And despite that, I've had great success. So here's the point. Success is not lessing your followers. Especially when they're cheating and rigging the game and keeping people from getting a lot of followers.
Over $500,000 a year. And so when these guys are saying, oh, I wasn't successful, it took until now. No, it wasn't. You've been successful.
More meaningful success. You can have 100,000 followers and you can be depressed. See? I used to be depressed. I cured myself of depression. Used to get antidepressants. Quit the antidepressants on my own volition. And I'm not depressed anymore. That's success. Like if you're rich but depressed, it's not like being rich, like it's a vaccine against depression and anxiety or something like this. There's a lot of people that have some success, but they struggle with mental health problems and they feel unhappy, which is why a lot of celebrities turn to drugs. There's a lot of celebrities that have turned to drugs and that are open at an alcoholic who used to be. Because they're unhappy and they turn to drugs and alcohol to self-medicate because they feel miserable. So don't fall for the scam that if you're famous and rich and have the success that the world values, which is anti-success, but it's like what people call success in the world. Don't think that that's going to make you happy and fulfilled yourself. So I believe it's more successful to be like, I'm going to fix my health problems, to cure yourself from panic attacks, depression. Success is accomplishing things. That's more meaningful success. You know how rare it is that somebody has depression severely and cure themselves without seeing a psychiatrist, without therapy and detraumatized. Somebody has panic attacks for many years and they decide to quit it and they successfully cure themselves of panic attacks. That's real success. If I would have 100,000 followers on social media and be depressed and suffer from panic attacks, I will still not be able to enjoy that. Understand? So I've had more meaningful success than somebody's getting to 100K followers. And what are they offering the world? What are they contributing? That's what makes me high value alpha male. How validated to people. People find me what they can get, what they can learn. So it's more important to have the success of winning 2 souls to Christ the last, 2 years or something. Winning 2 souls, 3 souls that I know in real life, that I talk to, consider like close people. I want 3 souls to the Lord. I'd rather have 3 real soul wins than a lot of fake soul wins, like Stephen Anderson, who brags about how many souls he got, say you got a fake gospel. And he's not getting anybody to say what the sin is prayer. So, okay. I'd rather have 3 real soul wins, real converts, than a lot of fake ones. Okay. I'd rather have a few real converts than a lot of fake ones, false ones, like Stephen Anderson and other people here. So, don't fall for the lie or that the world will tell what success is. Fornicating, doing drugs, and having a lot of followers on social media.
Entire life. Even the fact that he played college football, even though he sucked as a college athlete and didn't make the NFL.
Yeah, I'm more successful than a lot of people on the think they're successful. Sure, myself and others have health problems. survived 10 plus years of intense persecution, stayed in great shape despite all the obstacles I've had to overcome, making other people's life better, winning souls to Christ. That's more meaningful than having like 100,000 followers and what are people getting if they found you at best entertainment. It's like most entertainment. And it's not really, they didn't hear about Tatiana Balkan for any of these influencers. Cast cards, Tatiana Balkan protocol.
Still successful. How many people make it to university playing that high level of football? You don't have to be the best in the world at everything in order to be a success.
Like the energy drinks.
I
bro.
wanted to ask you about
I'll have
caffeine.
like 1,500, 2,000, grams a day, every single
caffeine?
day, every day.
Milligrams, yeah.
Again, a lie. You really think that Ashton Hall drinks 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams of caffeine each and every day? Now, he's going to...
I do, close to that. I do. I get around 1,000 milligrams of caffeine per day and have been doing that long term. So that's something I can say for real. In 24 hours, I get between 800 and 2,000 milligrams of caffeine per day. Okay. So I put 200 milligrams of caffeine in per cup of coffee for caffeine capsules. And then it's called caffeine from the instant powder I use, okay? So how I make my coffee super strength coffee. I get a cup, put instant coffee powder. I get a caffeine capsule with 200 milligrams of caffeine and put it there. So it might be 225 to 250 milligrams of caffeine per cup. And I drink 3 or 4 of those at least per day. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. So if it's 4 a day and 200 milligrams, just 200 milligrams of caffeine added to the coffee. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 cups will be 800 milligrams. Okay. Now you're gonna have at least 25 milligrams of caffeine from the caffeine powder, instant coffee powder. So 25 to 50, 100, 800. That's 900 milligrams. 4 cups of coffee. If it's just 25 milligrams from instant coffee powder, it'll be 900 milligrams from caffeine alone, from the coffee alone. Now, a lot of days I drink more. I drink between 4 and 6 cups of coffee per day. Between 4 and 6. And yeah, we'll have like the rare day where it's only 2 or 3 cups. Most of that's if I ran out of caffeine, tablets or coffee, short term. So I have 4 to 6 cups of coffee, I'd say. 200 milligrams of caffeine per cup of coffee. So 4 cups of coffee, 2, 4, 6, 800 milligrams of caffeine for 4 cups of coffee in and of itself. And then you count the instant coffee powder to it. Be 400, they were 25, 50. Yeah, so I get between somewhere between 2, 4, 6. Let's be rough. Between 600 and 2,000 milligrams of caffeine per day. That 2,000, 600 to at most like 2,000 per day. So I get around 1,000 milligrams of caffeine per day. Around 1,000 milligrams. Around. So it could be some days 1,250 milligrams. Another day maybe 900. And another day it might be 1,800 milligrams of caffeine. Now I would say it's somewhere around 1,000. So it'd be rare that I'm getting 2 grams or close to 2 grams. I'd guesstimate somewhere around 1,000 to 1,250 milligrams of caffeine per day.
Gonna say, I don't drink alcohol, I don't do drugs, I go to bed at 7, I don't date girls. I'm discipline personified. When you look up discipline in the dictionary, you see Ashton Hall. Caffeine.
Me, I'm discipline personified for real. I'm really. I quit drinking alcohol 100%. Didn't have a drop of alcohol for 6 months because I decided. So discipline is decided to do or not do something and then sticking to it. Okay. So I stopped watching porn. I will be discipline personified. I decided to stop watching porn. I haven't watched porn once in more than 6 months since deciding to quit. That's discipline. I've been doing OMAD fasting, eating 1 time per day for more than 5 years. At least 300. out of 365 days a year. That's discipline. Eating one time per day fast for 20 hours. At a certain point in time, I decided to quit sugar cold turkey. Overcome the addiction. I did, say it. And then I've stopped being addicted to sugar like most people are. So now I'm gonna reintroduce sugar and like have a upper day limit. Eat less than 20 grams of sugar per day. Less than 10 optimally. Like a low sugar diet. I'm discipline personified. I don't watch porn. I don't drink. 6+ months of not drinking alcohol. 6+ months not watching porn once. That's discipline. I fast 20 hours per day. That's discipline. I exercise frequently. That takes discipline. I'm discipline personified. If anybody's.
Caffeine is a drug. And if abused, it's not healthy. This amount of caffeine, it's well into the toxic.
Yeah, caffeine is a drug. Okay. I agree with that. I teach that. So I'm addicted to nicotine and caffeine, which is not like, oh, it makes you sound like a junkie. 90% of adults are addicted to caffeine, which means if you would stop having coffee, caffeinated beverages, you start getting withdrawals. So caffeine is not some people that drink coffee every day are caffeine addicts and others are not. No. If you drink coffee every day, your body becomes addicted to it. Okay, period. So I get between 600. Have I gotten close to 2,000 milligrams in a day? Yeah, but I stay between mostly, I'd say around 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, maybe one day it's 900, another day 800, another day it's maybe 1,250 milligrams, 1,250 milligrams. Now here's the thing: it's not a one size fit all. Is that what he says? Whatever he's saying, it's toxic. It depends how much water you drink and dilute it with per day. See, it's that simple. If you're drinking a lot of water, you kind of dilute it, and so it's not just about the dose; it's about the other things. Okay, or you drinking a lot of water, so body can release like caffeine quicker, like detox itself if you have too much, or you're taking vitamin C, or you're taking this or taking that. So I don't believe that it's like somebody okay hyping caffeine. The problem is if you drink it so much that it's super stressed, and the stress will be toxic. The LD50 for caffeine, meaning how much of caffeine you had to take to die, would be extreme. It might be, I don't know. I had to look into it. Maybe it would be like 10,000 milligrams of caffeine in an hour or something like this. Okay, in an hour or so. So 1,000 milligrams a day is not lethal. It's not like that. Let's look at the LD50 dose of caffeine. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, here you go. Caffeine, LD50. Now remember, this is gonna be LD50. It's gonna be in a single dose, not spread out today. The oral LD50 dose. The oral LD50 of caffeine, the dose that is lethal to 50% of the population, is approximately 150 to 200 milligrams per kilo. So I weigh 170 pounds, let's say 75 kilos. There'll be 200 milligrams per kilo, and that's in a single dose, the LD50. I'm not talking about spread out in 24 hours, like amount of milligrams of caffeine waking up to go to bed. The LD50 is given one dose, okay, so less than an hour, okay. The LD50, how it's calculated, is administering this substance in one dose, okay. So the LD50 dose for caffeine, it's toxic, really. It's like you're overhyping the days of caffeine. The oral LD50 caffeine, the dose that is lethal to 50% of the population, is approximately 150 to 200 milligrams for humans. So a man that weighs 70 kilos would have to have, okay, let's calculate this. Let's calculate. 200x70. 14,000 milligrams of caffeine in a single dose to reach the LD50 level. So a 70 kilo man would need to ingest 14,000 milligrams of caffeine in a single dose for it to be LD50 level. So 1,000 milligrams of caffeine spread out in 24 hours, 12 hours, in a day. It's toxic. Okay. It's like you're barking up the wrong tree. Apparently, so yeah, he's overhyping how bad caffeine is. The LD50 dose is 150 to 200 milligrams per kilo for humans. And how that, remember, that, so it's not just adults. We talk about people like me drink coffee up to 1,000 milligrams per day or so. It's spread out throughout the day. And there's not other liquids going to the body like water and things like this. So the LD50 dose, lethal, LD50 dose for caffeine, lethal in 50% of the population, would be 200 milligrams per kilo, which means a man who weighs 70 kilos would need 14,000 milligrams of caffeine in one dose to have an LD50 level. Okay. And I think that's more than what you have in like a caffeine capsule supplement, the whole bar, quite possible. Okay. So getting 1,000 milligrams is not really necessarily that bad. Okay. Now, I'm not recommending mega dose of caffeine. Here's another thing: tolerance matters too. We can build up tolerance or something. Tolerance matters too. It's like somebody that's first time drinking maybe have a light beer and feel like tipsy, whereas an alcoholic that's been a multi-alcoholic, they could drink like half a bottle of vodka and be barely drunk or something like this. Okay, some of them will report that. So he's overhyping the danger of caffeine, toxic. Okay, well, 1,000 milligrams a day is not like, oh, it's gonna kill you for sure. It's not that level. Okay, remember the LD50 dose for caffeine is 200 milligrams per 70 kilos. Okay, 150 to 250 milligrams. There'll be 14,000 milligrams of caffeine in a single dose. Okay, it matters if you spread it out. See, so if I get 1,000 milligrams or even 2,000 a day, sometimes I'm 75 plus kilos, and it's spread out throughout the day. I have high tolerance from building up my caffeine levels over time. So it's not a big issue.
Range. Even if it's spread out, over the years, it would definitely damage your cardiovascular and sleep patterns. And so he has admitted online, right now in this video, that he doesn't treat his body as a temple. If he's
Well,
willing...
there's some people that have ADHD and self-medicate with caffeine. And I've seen a lot of case studies of people with ADHD talk about self-medicating with caffeine if it's like it calms them down. Okay. And I've also heard a lot of people I know in real life who talk to me about that diet and stuff. They say it's like I can have a cup of coffee and go right to bed or something like this. So there's people that can drink caffeine and fall asleep right after. Okay. There's actually some people report that they feel that caffeine helps them to calm down. Okay. So I think he's overhyping the caffeine. Caffeine, he's barking up the wrong tree. Caffeine is not really what we should be worried about. It's the sugar, see? Why is he not talk about sugar? Caffeine. Like, caffeine is not, like he's hyping a fear-monger about caffeine. It's about caffeine. Okay. It's like one of the safest drugs that's typically consumed. Caffeine is a drug, coffee. But it's one of the safest ones out there that people are addicted to. So, I don't agree with his starting to irk me off. He's starting to piss me off now. So yeah, he's overhyping caffeine being bad for you. Okay, 1,000 milligrams. This guy's about 80 kilos, maybe that guy he was looking at. I don't know how heavy it is, but it's spread out and being a bigger guy and exercising, which a lot of that energy, like tension, you're burning it off in the exercises, okay? And yeah, I feel like he's overhyping caffeine, okay? Like he makes it feel like it's a lot more dangerous and bad for you than it is caffeine. around 1,000 milligrams of caffeine per day. I won't be like, oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. So because much I like get 1,000 milligrams of caffeine per day. Spit out throughout the day. I won't go, don't stop drinking coffee. It's like he's overhyped.
Willing to
Sugar is a more real danger.
experiment with caffeine to this extent, then what makes you think he wouldn't be willing to dabble into, I don't know, SARMs, testosterone and clomiphene and so on? I would argue that steroids in low doses are safer than this. And so, my opinion, these are abusive doses of caffeine. Perhaps he suffers from body dysmorphia, and the caffeine is a way of reducing his appetite, reducing his cravings. He's drinking the monsters, energy drinks, and so on to get his mind away from eating. I mean, after all,
I don't think so. He's a high achiever athlete, and he's drinking caffeine. So
does do intermittent fasting. He only has 2 meals a day.
yeah, so it is correct that caffeine can reduce hunger. Okay, it can reduce hunger. The caffeine can reduce hunger cravings, hunger sensations. It can help you with hunger. Now, I don't agree with what he's saying. I don't agree that he's it's like he started to irk now, right?
Perhaps he suffered
Abusive doses of caffeine. Bro said it took 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. He says that's abusive doses. Now he doesn't talk about sugar, Greg. Sugar is super bad for you. And the average person is a sugar addict, and sugar is really bad for you. The average person consumes 80 plus grams of sugar per day. So what's worse for your health? The average American getting above 80 grams of sugar per day, or a guy getting 800 milligrams of caffeine per day. The sugar is definitely a lot worse. A lot worse. And I believe it's as bad to eat 80 plus grams of sugar as smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. At least. I do believe that it's as bad for you to eat 80 plus grams of sugar as smoke a pack of cigarettes. Okay. For a lot of people, there can be variables that matter.
suffers from body dysmorphia, and the caffeine is a way of reducing his appetite, reducing his cravings. He's drinking the monsters, energy drinks, and so on to get his mind away from eating. I mean, after all, he does do intermittent fasting. He only has 2 meals a day. And so perhaps that's what he does in order to try to lose weight.
But since I've been locked in, I was addicted to Adderall. So I got addicted to that like 2021, quit in 2022, like cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taking so much, my heart was having an issue at one point.
Okay, Ashton, I'm going to give you some advice. What you did was you swapped out an Adderall addiction for caffeine. Those heart palpitations, the shaking, the energy that it provided, you got off of Adderall and you replaced it with another drug, and that drug is caffeine. 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams is exceptionally high abusive doses.
A lot of people.
Okay, well, so here's specific. He said 1,500 to 2,000. So I wouldn't necessarily agree that it's going to be abusive for anybody. You have to consider the guy is an active person. He exercises a lot. Oh. So it's like if you drink a lot of coffee, you sit and you have like heart pain, you feel like super stressed all the time, and you're not burning off that energy. It's worse than if you're an athlete, a person who trains regularly and takes caffeine as a pre-workout, meet pulse, whatever. You're burning off a lot of that energy, and your heart is going to be stronger, not as affected as a guy who's like, I'm saying, there's a point. I think it's overhyped the caffeine, and necessarily, it's like, no, 1,000 milligrams or so, which I guess Greg would say is bad for you. 1,500, I'd say around 1,000 milligrams is not abusive doses, okay? Now, if you go to 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams, for a lot of people, that would be too much. Okay, for sure. For a lot of people, that would be too much. But it's not going to be, it's not true that 1,000 milligrams is too much for anybody. Okay, I don't agree with that.
People take it.
But some people just aren't like addicted.
Yeah.
I have an addictive personality. Like I'm fully in or fully out.
And so when he says he's 100% lifetime natural, he can't stop. It's an addiction. And so he will go to no lengths to continue to say he's 100% natural.
Damn, man. What the fuck about speed, bro?
Bro, he got me. He's not just a kid who streams. He's gifted. Bro.
Oh no, bro. He's
he can dunk at 5'9", 5'10". Like
Notice how he says that IShowSpeed is 5'9" or 5'10", because he stood next to him significantly shorter, and he doesn't want to seem short. And so, yeah, IShowSpeed, he's gifted. He can dunk. He's like 5'9", 5'10". No, he's not. He's not that tall.
I'm interested to see where he's gonna take it because he's getting swole now.
Oh, bro, he's gonna fill out too.
And so, is IShowSpeed a fake natty?
Good question.
He's saying, bro, do you see how jacked IShowSpeed is getting? What has he been doing?
He could be someone who matures later. Mature, I mean, like fill out in like a way where people are shocked by his physique.
Yeah, you fill out later, as in you get on steroids later in life. You don't start as a teenager. You start into your 20s. Kind of like Hamza. You just keep it secret. You don't tell anyone.
And people needed to get on TRT and HRT, testosterone, if they were learning from me. Young men that right now in their 20s, that if they would watch my videos, take my advice, the supplement, diet, the 3-part protocol, eat less sugar, detox your life, take these supplements, there's less people that would be needing TRT in their 40s or 50s. Like if they go to the doctor, go, well, you got low T, you need TRT and stuff like this. There'd be less men needing to get on TRT, HRT if they knew what I knew and applied it. And the sooner somebody finds my channel and takes my advice, the better.
And then you say, I didn't say I was on steroids because I didn't want the teenagers to follow suit. And I wanted to be on it for ages before I told anyone about it. No, you just lied.
Can we talk about your physique, brother?
Yeah,
It's insane.
100%.
Specifically,
Any question you got?
Logan is calling him out.
How you get biceps like
Your
that?
arms is just as big, bro.
No, they're not.
They are.
Yours are crazy.
Ashton, doing what he always does. They're not that big. I'm not that big. I'm small. I did the same thing. Why is it that he peaked on the bench at 98 pounds? Just baseball.
I've seen guys do videos on you, always talking about, or like, is he natty? Is he not? And they'll bring up like old pictures and shit. And I was like also equally curious.
Logan Paul says, look, I've seen natty or not videos on you, most likely Coach Greg, and they showed pictures of you when you were younger. Remember when he put on, I believe it was 38 pounds in whatever amount of months? Did you see that transformation? And so I was showing you what Ashton Hall said himself. Hey, look at me here, 20% body fat, whatever. Now look at me here. And so he's up 20 what odd pounds and significantly leaner. And so how do you think that is? Remember, this is the same guy that says he was benching 470 pounds at 19. And so he has to understand that everyone who says he is fake natty, that they're just making sense. I mean, it's common sense. Unless he has 1 in a million, 1 in 10 million type genetics, then there's no way that this guy is natural.
For years, you, at least what the guy said in this particular video, and what I thought too is,
They all say I'm not natty.
What that guy said. Why didn't he at least say what that manlet said, what that hobbit said? When Michael Hearn refers to Coach Greg, he at least calls me by my second or third name, Manet, Hoblet, whatever.
bro, if someone's making a natty or not video about you, you're doing something right.
Logan Paul, he knows. If you're making an natty or not video about someone, or perhaps if you're rapping a Jeff Nipaw song about him, you've made it. Jeff Nipaw, yeah. Trendsetter.
Yo, there's only one person on these couches that's not natty, bro. And it's not them.
So here's the thing. I never look at someone and I'm like, oh, you're a fake natty, you're not natty, or natty, whatever. You never know who's natural and who's not.
Mike SAHA knows a lot of time. I'm not joking. There's some people I can see them on YouTube. They claim to be natty, and I know they're not. Okay. I mean, I was right in Liberty when everybody was believing he was natural and there's special tenants. I was like, no, it's like, not from somebody told me, just he's voted to the girls like that. See? And then like, later on, he got exposed, or like out of himself. Okay. So I can see if somebody's a natty or not. A lot of the time. There's certain physiques that's like, that guy is not an addict, okay, especially if you see the transformation where it's like a guy looks like this, and then like later He looked like so. That, yeah, I can tell by looking at someone's YouTube channel a lot of time if they're natural.
Oftentimes, men are on HRT, testosterone prescribed by their doctor, or perhaps in clomiphene, and you aren't the wiser. Just because you're not jacked doesn't mean you're not on testosterone. And testosterone can not only make you feel better physically, but mentally as well. Now, remember, if you want to get your blood work done or see if you need testosterone and clomiphene, whatever, medications, this is not some, that is simply a small cycle.
How long are you in the gym?
Yeah, not
Bro,
like
40 minutes.
You're in and out, dude.
And so Ashton Hall now, 40 minutes is all he requires in the gym. And look at his physique. All while he says being 100% natural.
You do cardio? I mean, you do a little.
I sprint.
Yeah.
But I'm bored with cardio. Like if I do cardio, I have to be reading a book or something.
And so he says, I don't do much cardio, but I do in fact sprint. I'm certain that the sprinting is keeping him fit. But when he does do cardio, he can read a book. I would suggest you watch Coach Greg.
When we'd have recess breaks in elementary school, I'd be running laps and like climbing the post.
Did he just say that at recess he would be doing this?
Yeah, boy.
Of course, what I would suggest is Ashton Hall gets on the Turk Builder Max and Turk Plat, but leaner. I too. Question, can fit? And it's or man,
Yeah,
Dave
so-
Stapes.
Yeah. I finished my OMAD. Yeah. Well, actually, there's a little bit of this left. I'm gonna have to pour some more water because it's so thick. It's like a mud at the bottom. See, there's like sticks here. There's the undissolved Corella spirulina powder, I reckon. So I'm gonna have to pour some water to get more. Give more drink here. Right? Okay. I'll be right back. Back up of our seawater here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, rinse my mouth with salt water, which is why I use for mouthwash. I recommend everybody to not use the commercial mouthwash. It's better to make your own mouthwash. Salt water, that's what I use. So I like to rinse my mouth out with salt water after eating. Some people recommend brush your teeth. Some dentists will tell you brush your teeth after dinner with 30 minutes of eating. There can be, when you eat food, there's like a certain bacteria that grows rapidly from things that you eat. So there can be a benefit to. So how cavities are formed is by eating sugary food, especially, and there's certain bacteria strains that feed off of sugar that produce acidity, which would be like acid etching, like drilling holes in the teeth by the acid. Okay, so that's part of like the how sugar gives you cavities is feeding certain bacteria that kind of acid etch holes into your teeth. So there's an advantage even if you eat a low sugar diet like I do. There can be an advantage. I don't brush my teeth after every meal, but I like to rinse my mouth out with salt water after every meal. So I'm gonna go take a piss and rinse my mouth out with salt water and see what I can eat after that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna play some mineral salt squad tune. I make some custom rifle squads. Oh wow, we'll see. I'll make some edits. I played it before. I'll make some further edits. Clear the map a little bit further.
gespielt. Hab gehört, auf dem Schlachtfeld stehen ein paar rum. Lass Karl in Ruhe. Seine Mutter ist gestern gestorben.
Bereit zum Einsatz!
Hab gehört, dass die Resistance Traktoren für den Kampfeinsatz aufrüstet. Mein Kreuz. Hat einer von euch mein Glücksamulett gesehen?
Erstaunlich.
Diese ganzen sinnlosen Patrouillengänge hängen mir langsam zum Hals raus. gehört, dass das der letzte Angriff der Tommys sein wird. Wir werden Weihnachten zu Hause sein.
Würdest Berlin nicht wiedererkennen nach all den Bombardements. Bereit. Mir egal. Hau von mir aus nackt in der Gegend. Jawohl! Bereit zum Einsatz!
Glaubt ihr die Geschichte, dass jemand versucht hat, unseren Truppenführer zu töten? Kennst du den von der Kuh und dem englischen Offizier?
Habt ihr auch das Gefühl, dass wir beobachtet werden?
Scheiße. Ich habe einen Stein im Stiefel. Wann bekommen wir endlich neue, Herr Hauptmann?
Sehr verdächtig.
das gesagt? Sehr verdächtig.
Finish it.